to you, and welcome to Fan Channel's archive. First of all, I really didn't feel like making this video, but this little community post battle between the artist Devil and myself has gotten to the point of being ridiculous. I knew that either YouTube or himself would delete his posts, so it's time to expose him once again. Now, although I have been exposing the artist Devil for almost 2 years, this more recent exposure is from the last 2 weeks or so. ODN had only left a comment saying, like Ed, and Eddie all grown up, referring to the artist Devil, Gorilla Bear Tech, and Toxic Kid. Now, for some fucked up reason, and there's going to be a lot of them in this video, the artist Devil assumes that he's in an art challenge with ODN. Artist Devil doesn't only draw the drawing, he makes a poll in order for people to vote whether they think ODN's drawing will be better or the artist Devil's drawing will be better. The guy got destroyed in his own poll, and I mean destroyed. But the guy is such a fucked up narcissist. Not only did he claim victory in a challenge where he was the only competitor, he deleted the poll so that no one would even know what happened. So I decided, if the artist Devil can just go ahead and challenge anyone, then I can just challenge him. So I gave him a list of challenges. He could have chosen any one of them, and I just simply asked if he accepted my challenge, yes or no. Just look at how this idiot responded to my yes or no question. Now I realize how difficult this is to understand and read, because the artist Devil writes like he's 8 or 9 years old. In short, he brings up another imaginary challenge of his, and also starts attacking just various people. Then he thinks me using my normal voice on the microphone is a fucking challenge. He continues attacking a young girl named Frozen Art, who recently turned 18, but while she was 17, artist Devil was asking her if she liked him. Then he brings up my mask, which is one of his favorite things to mention. Then it's blah blah blah, steal people's content, blah blah blah. Eventually, these people will realize they don't actually make content. Posting a picture onto YouTube? What the fuck? Here he asks, why Fan Channel is not answering my challenge? Some broken fucking English, but if you go back to the last comment I posted, he didn't challenge me to anything, nor would I accept it. I'm really way too busy to be accepting little childish fucking challenges. Then it's my mask, his favorite thing again. And then he works on to how much I suck at rapping. Have you people actually heard this guy rap? Or what he thinks is rapping? He can't even write a sentence. How in the fuck is he gonna write lyrics? I really can't think of a single reason why this guy thinks that people would be jealous of him. He's never shown a single thing to be jealous of. I wanted to remind him that I did find an artist for him to challenge back in the summer. That video is still up. He never accepted the challenge. All he talks about is his drawings and how much better they are than somebody else's. Nobody really cares about his artwork. We just make fun of him because of it. And it's obviously the most important thing in his fucking life. After having proved that the artist Devil was challenged by another artist back in the summer, he tries to make it seem like I am twisting it around and that he challenged me and I did not challenge him. Then it's more blah blah blah, you stole my friend's content, blah blah blah, which simply isn't true. I borrowed an audio clip from a live stream. That is not content. I decided I would call out the artist devil on his clickbait tactic. Because he's not really an artist, he can't make thumbnails properly, and just decides he'll use someone else's image as clickbait to try and draw views in. Now this post that I made is where things get very interesting. Here, I call out his clickbait tactic. You can see in the top image, which is not his, how many views it gets in 22 hours. And the lower drawing, which is his, how few views it gets in over 2 days. He's tried this numerous times on his channel, and sometimes it's worked for him, other times it hasn't. Regardless, it's this post that the artist devil claims that I am being racist. For some fucked up reason, he thinks me asking, why the fuck is that one lady throwing up gang signs, is racist. Actually, dummy, that's a valid question because that lady looks like she's throwing up fucking gang signs. What, were we supposed to read your fucking mind and assume that you were drawing an album cover? Bro, not all of us were born in the fucking 70s, okay? Here is his reply to me making fun of him again. He reveals to the world for the first time that he's used a queen's picture to draw the Golden Girls. And this is where it really starts to get juicy. He says, maybe Fan Channel is a racist stereotype against black people's content. Of course, he has no proof whatsoever, and it is pure speculation. He doesn't stop there though. He decides he'll use the racist card for 2 more people. Why not? He polishes off this comment with saying that I've been exposed for killing Dizzy. He then goes on a posting rampage. Why he decided to use a racial meme, I don't know. It's just another one of those fucked up reasons. He did, however, bring up Black History Month, and I was thinking, I wonder how much this fucking idiot actually knows about black history. Now, because I've noticed this man being racial towards all races, including his own, I started to understand that he might be whitewashed. Why he decided to use the race card, I'm not sure. I'm guessing he just had nothing left to attack me with. But I did put it out there that I do know more about his black history than he does. You do not have to be black, white, Asian, Hispanic to be educated. I had made a video to call out some of the artist devil's bullshit, and this is how he replied. Now I know it's difficult to understand his childlike writing, but he's basically saying I wouldn't have made a video if I didn't kill Dizzy. He is basically on YouTube accusing someone of murder when that person died from natural causes. Where he says that I claim he made fake accounts. No, I'm not claiming it. I proved it. I proved that you made fake accounts. Then it's more blah blah blah, stealing content, blah blah blah. Then he keeps on mentioning court. I don't, why the fuck do you keep mentioning court to me, you stupid fuck? Court is for smart people, not dumb fucking inbred people like you. I really don't know why it took me so long, but it finally dawned on me that the artist devil actually has special needs. I don't understand exactly what's going on with his mentality, but I think he is mentally disabled. Like it is very clear that he can barely write at all. His spelling and grammar are similar to someone that would be using a second or even a third language. He can deny it all he likes, but there is no chance that he's made his way through high school without special education. Teen drama seems to have the same issue, like they all got educated by a television or cereal box. That's why the artist devil thinks conflicts are like the WWE. Then after accusing me of being racist, he tries to run away from teaching me about Black history. The reason he can't educate me about Black history is because he doesn't know about Black history. The guy is dumb as fuck. He thought just being a black man was good enough to represent Black history. I figured, because of his mental disability, I will make it loud and clear for him to fucking walk away from this. Now I know he's just really dumb, but who is going to believe this guy that I've killed somebody on YouTube and he's trying to expose it like nobody knows? Does this man boy actually think he's capable of going from polishing floors to being unemployed for years to becoming a homicide investigator? I don't think so. Desperation really starts to sink in when he calls me a racist a second time. Where it really gets interesting is he tells me I know nothing about Black history and how you people have stolen hip-hop. Now he places himself into a group by saying us. And he says that you people want to act like us and be us. Who the fuck is us? Who the fuck is you people? The guy is so fucking stupid, he doesn't even realize he's the fucking racist. The moment you said you people, you had better been talking about smart people, people in masks, or people that are better than you. After everything that I went through in my life, this guy thought I was just gonna walk away when he called me a racist? It's the last fucking thing anybody on this planet would say about me. He's such a brilliant man though, I really wanted to hear his lesson on Black history. And well, this is what we got for a Black history lesson. Thanks, Artist Devil, you're a fucking genius. Then after calling me racist again, he tries to make it seem like I've started this race war with him, and that he's gonna have every race in the world come after me. All because I thought some old white lady was throwing up gang signs. Then he thinks it took me all night long to come up with a comeback. Bro, I'm just way busier than you are, and I don't mind making you sweat it out. I begin to realize how jealous he is of the tribute video I did for Dizzy. He can't stop talking about it. For some other fucked up reason, Artist Devil thinks that I've blamed him and GBT for killing Dizzy. That's how fucking stupid he is. I think it was at this point that I decided I would make this video and started taking all the screenshots I would need to make it. I knew Artist Devil would start deleting what he'd posted, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to expose him. I wanted to make sure he understood the reason he wasn't going to teach me about Black history. It's because I grew up in a minority community as a white person. The same way that he grew up in a white community as a black person. On top of all that, the only thing this guy is going to teach me is maybe some small drawing techniques. My IQ level is double yours. I ask him again at the end of this post, when he mentions people like you. Who the fuck are you referring to? Stop running away from my questions, you fucking couch slug. In his own community post that I do not have, Artist Devil makes the claim that he lives in a black community. He says I should come down to Leonardtown, Maryland, and see for myself. Face him face to face, and stop being a coward behind a keyboard. Now, even though I already knew the demographics of where this man lived, I decided to look them up and post them. Leonardtown, Maryland has under 4,000 people, and 14% is black or African American. I figured posting this he would understand that he doesn't actually live in a very large black community. He lives in a white community. He replies to my post that I don't know Southern Maryland, Leonardtown, and I need to get my facts straight. Now, he's already claimed that I'm a murderer, but he doesn't know how it happened, of course, and debates whether a keyboard was involved. And then he actually wants to place a bet that I also killed Joker as well. The best part about this reply is the posted demographics for Leonardtown that he provided. It has nothing about racial ethnicity. He goes on a posting rampage and tries to say that I was doxing him because he gave me the location of where he lived. I mean, how the fuck does that even work? Blah blah blah, he's more famous, blah blah blah. Keyboard, blah blah blah. Keyboard again, blah blah blah. But then he's gonna use a set of brakes from a bicycle or a fucking moped that he owns to break every bone in my body. He even goes looking for a second set of demographics to try and prove that I'm stupid or something. But what he doesn't realize is that he posted the exact same demographics as what I did, except he still did not include racial ethnicity. Why he just spouts out that I'm Asian, I have no idea. I suppose it has more to do with his racial views of the world. I decided I would do some math and at least show Drama Devil how fucking dumb he is. There's not even 4,000 people in his little buttfuck town, and 500 to 600 of those people are black Americans, one of which is him. That's a very small number, Drama Devil. You do not live in a black community. You might try and think that you're some kind of thug or tough guy because you're a black man, but that simply is not true. You would be fucking terrified to walk down the street of some of the places I lived. It really started to bother me that this guy kept on bringing up his racial views on YouTube. He lives in this tiny little town of less than 4,000 people and walks around thinking he's a boss because he's lived there his whole fucking life. So the next time you think you're the boss in your tiny little fucking town, why don't you try to roll out to where there's actual people and see how you do? And here I was thinking the place that I live is small. Dude, you live in like a redneck cardboard box. This is where we see how really fucked up this guy is. He actually brings it up a second time that me making a comment about the Golden Girls throwing up a gang sign was stereotyping. I mean, it looked like the lady was throwing up gang signs. How is that stereotyping? I mean, look who I'm arguing with. The fucking guy doesn't even know what stereotyping means. He got his feelings so hurt that because I'm attacking him and making fun of him, he tries to promote the fact that I'm attacking all black people on YouTube. You know, the only reason that he's even mentioned the Black Panther group is because he watched Forrest Gump. He might know a little something about discrimination, but he sure as fuck isn't gonna teach me anything about it. You wanna be discriminated? You're a fat man that sits on the couch all day long. How about that? It's at this point that the artist devil goes completely crazy. Now I don't know if he's just stupid or lying or what's going on here, but he said that I said all blacks eat catfish. Well, that's definitely not what I said. I said all the people in your town eat catfish. Now, that would actually mean all the black people in your town eat catfish, but it would also mean all of the white people in your town eat catfish as well. I meant the entire fucking town. I didn't only mean it, but that's what I wrote. This is the problem with misinformation in the world, is one person will say what another person said without providing any sort of evidence. It's just what they say. He defends himself for not saying that he was ever a thug, nor did I claim that. I said he thinks that he's a thug. And he is so triggered that he's tried to pull my mother into it, and saying that he's going to butt fuck her. I should remind everyone at this point that this is a man in his mid-40s. With that sort of disabled, childlike mentality, it's no wonder he cannot hold a job. I guess he keeps on talking about Dizzy because he thinks it upsets me or something. I don't really know. YouTube isn't gonna kill me. It's paying some of my bills every month. He actually goes to my Instagram account and screenshots my picture so that I guess he can gaze at it when his wife goes to bed. He comes up with a simple reason of, I'm wearing all black, so I must want to be a black man. Like he still doesn't realize how racist he is actually being. He should just be straight up ashamed for disrespecting his own culture. I think someone has influenced him to post this. How could he write such a racist remark about himself, saying that that's what I said, without any evidence, proof, or validation that that's what I've done? Because that's not what I've done, and that's a lie. But what would possess him to actually write that on his channel? That is a racist term that generally racists use. I can't even believe he thought it was a good idea to write that on his channel. Like, how fucking dumb do you have to be? Telling lies wouldn't even make a difference at this point. All I have to do is show people the things that you've been saying, and you expose yourself. Devil decides that he'll start a new poll, but it just happens to be a racial poll. Why it had to be a dark man and a white meat? You'd have to ask Devil. I don't know. It's one of those fucked up things. I mean, he couldn't just write dick. It had to be either a black dick or a white dick. Because none of the 2,800 subscribers that he has actually voted on the poll except for 5 people, I felt bad, and I decided I would vote the third option. Did I mention that he shared out his own poll because no one was voting? Now, I've come across a lot of comments and postings before that looked very triggered, but this one tops everything else I've seen. I cannot even bother trying to reply to this degenerated style of communication. This is the exact same type of literature that someone with a mental handicap or disability will write with. I know this video was long, and I appreciate anyone that has gotten this far. It is very important for me at this point to document this person's behavior. Please be safe and stay humble. We unstoppable.